Hey guys, this is Kristen at Cooking in the County, and we're now doing part 3 of Thanksgiving prep, and this is going to be the mashed potato section. So here's the list of ingredients you're going to need to make these mashed potatoes. Potatoes, butter, milk, seasoning, and a chicken bouillon. Potatoes are peeled. I just need to dice them. My rule of thumb is, say I'm having 8 people, I'm gonna do about 16 potatoes. So I don't have tons, but I know I have enough because no one's gonna eat more than 2 potatoes worth of mashed potatoes, right? Okay, so we're gonna cut these up, just dice them. They don't have to be real small. You don't want them real small because they're gonna fall apart and they're gonna be all mush. So about this size, okay? Okay, my potatoes are all cut up. I realized in the middle that my pot that I had was way too small, so I changed out the pot. So we're gonna turn our potatoes on. I'm gonna put them on high to get them started. You want cold water to start with. Also, I like to add a chicken bouillon to my boiling water. I feel like it gives the potatoes a little bit of flavor because, let's face it, potatoes can be tasteless at times. So we want to add a little bit, so I add the bouillon to that to give it some flavor while it's cooking. So we're gonna let these boil until they are fork tender, and I'll show you what that means in a little while. Okay guys, it looks like our potatoes have been boiling for about 20 minutes. So we're gonna test with our fork, and these are fork tender because I don't know if you can tell or not, but they're falling apart already, okay? So this is time. We don't wanna overcook them because you don't want them to get real mushy and full of water, okay? Shut this off, and we're gonna strain them in the sink. Okay, so my potatoes are steaming on the stove. I just want them to dry out a little bit. And if you're ever gonna add milk to anything warm or hot, you should really warm up your milk first because you don't want it to curdle. So we're gonna add about a cup of milk and 2 sticks of butter to these potatoes, but I wanted to make sure the milk was warm and the butter was mostly melted before we add that to the potatoes, okay? So I put it in the microwave just to warm it up. Okay, so we're gonna add our potatoes back to our pot after they've dried out just a smidge. And I'm gonna salt and pepper them, and this is my house seasoning again. This is the 1 cup salt, 1/4 pepper, 1/4 garlic powder. So I'm just gonna salt that a little bit, sprinkle that on top. I'm gonna add half of this, 1 cup of milk, 2 sticks of butter. We might not need it all, but I'm gonna do about half of it. Remember the stove is off, but it's still warm. So we're just gonna use our little masher and mash these up and just see if we need more liquid, which I feel like we do already, but I'm gonna mush these up as much as I can right now. So we're just gonna mush them up. I'm gonna add the rest of this because I feel like we need it. I don't know if we need more, maybe. We'll see. Mashed potatoes are very hard to determine how much milk, how much butter we need, but it's better to do less because you can't really let it, like, you can't take it away. So keep just adding. So let's just mush these up. Okay. So I'm just gonna take my little spoon thingy here and just make sure that all of it is good. They look really good. Okay, so everybody has a different way of making mashed potatoes. Some people like them whipped and really wet and creamy. We kind of like them like this, half and half. Not like thin and creamy, but more slightly chunky, but still mashed up. That has some body to them. Okay, so here is how I do Thanksgiving and Christmas. Okay, so this is what I do. The day before Thanksgiving or Christmas, I make up my potatoes. I get a ton of these pans. I'm going to spray it a little bit because I don't want my potatoes to stick. And we're gonna add our mashed potatoes to this. And we're gonna put this in the refrigerator overnight. And then in the morning, about 8 o'clock, because we eat very early, about 11:30, 12 o'clock, I am going to put these in the oven at 250 in this pan to heat it back up, okay? Okay, I'm gonna keep it covered in there. And tomorrow I will show you how this turns out. It's gonna taste so good. And like I said, depends on how you want your potatoes to taste. This is just how we like it. But it almost tastes like a twice baked potato because it sits overnight and then it bakes again. So good. Okay, so we're just gonna even this out. Okay, just put the cover on it and put it in the refrigerator till tomorrow. One dish, done. Hey guys, today it's Thanksgiving, so now all our Thanksgiving prep food has been in the oven for about 2 hours, okay, at 250. So we're gonna take them out. You can see I have them all in the oven just like this, and we're gonna take the tinfoil off and give them about another hour of cooking. You might want to stir up the mashed potatoes, but they look really nice. The turkey. And I'm gonna take some of these juices in a little bit and make some gravy. Okay, so, but you can see the steam, I think you can see the steam coming off of it. Okay. So we'll take this off. Our green bean casserole. Don't forget to put your onions on top in a little bit, just before everybody decides to eat. And the stuffing. Everything is steaming. I think I'm gonna stir up the mashed potatoes, but I will come back and show you the finished product.